Hello and welcome. My name is Manuela. I'm a clinical, interpersonal, and transpersonal hypnotherapist. This hypnotic guided meditation is designed to clear hidden family dynamics as the root cause of what is affecting you today. As descendants, we subconsciously take on the secrets, grief, and injury of our predecessors. What has been traumatically overwhelming, unbearable, and unthinkable is passed down from one generation to the next due to familial solidarity and loyalty. This is up until now. Now it's your turn. Bringing completion to prior generations and future generations now depends on you. As you transform, the energy of the entire lineage preceding you is transformed. For it is all happening now through you as you. You are the one who can heal old wounds for your entire lineage. Forgive old enemies, shift conditioning and beliefs. Release pain that has held preceding generations captive for centuries. You can take this as a burden and decline to answer the call. This is how the wound keeps reproducing itself. Or you can see this as a gift, an honor, and an opportunity to grow and heal yourself and them. So let's make the intention of this hypnotic meditation to receive information that are in your highest good and shed light on your ancestors' emotional issue, such as tragedy or traumatic experience that is energetically affecting you today. Once you have a sense of your role in the unresolved family history, I will guide you through a simple yet powerful process where love, compassion, gratitude, and forgiveness are mutually expressed and received. From you to your ancestor, and from your ancestor to you. In the end, this is only ensuring a complete release, opening up, clearing, and freeing for all of you. By connecting with your ancestors in this profound way, you can release and free them and yourself. You can break the chain, any energetic cords or patterns that are no longer serving you and them, and turn your life around in a most positive way, with new astonishing possibilities, all from a place of conscious choice. So, are you ready to look at what is plaguing you from a different perspective? Are you in a quiet place where you can be undisturbed for the length of this recording? Did you turn off your phone and notifications? Are you in a comfortable position? Yes? Good. Know that you are completely safe and that you will feel only as much as you're comfortable with. At any moment, you can rise up to a dissociated higher vantage point to be the observer of the events if you feel they may be too intense for you, as this is the ancestral family event most affecting you today. Be assured that your subconscious will only release information that you can handle. You'll find the story and all the information that comes up very relevant. So trust all of your first impressions and remember to leave your analytical, reasoning mind aside. At this moment, only beings that are equally or higher developed than you are allowed in to protect, assist, and help guide you into forgiveness, healing, and realization of who you truly are. To begin, you can let your body be comfortable, letting your eyes be closed, and with your eyes closed, gently roll your eyes up into your forehead, gazing up into that dark space in between your eyebrows, focusing on that space, and imagine a little opening appears there. Maybe it's a door or a window that opens. And as this opening unfolds itself, it reveals a beautiful night sky. And you are gazing up into this night sky, as if you can look up at all of the stars. A vast space filled with tiny specks of starlight. And somewhere in the midst of this vast open space of sky, you'll see a beautiful full moon. Go inwards now and begin gazing up at this full moon. Staring at the moon as if nothing else matters. And now taking a slow and easy breath in, deeply into your belly. As you exhale, think to yourself, open. Go deeper, gazing at the moon and breathing in, expanding your ribcage. As you exhale, think open. One more time, breathing in, focus on the moon, and as you exhale, think open. As you breathe normally now, keep staring at the moon as if that's all that matters. I'll be counting backwards from 5 to 1. When I get to 1, you let your inner gaze soften. You go very deep within. 5. Nothing else to do. Just be here now. 4. All of your attention on that moon, as if nothing else matters. 3. Right here, this present moment is the only moment. 2. Breathing in again and pulling all the awareness here now to that moon. And on number 1, exhale, drop deep down inside of yourself and let the moonlight wash over your body, sending a wave of release from your head all the way down to your feet and toes. Letting go with each easy breath from your skin down to your bones. And take another easy breath in, filling your lungs, and just hold for a moment. As you exhale, think to yourself, let go. Breathing in again, filling your lungs. Hold for a bit, and on the exhale, think, let go. And then one more time, take a deep breath in, hold, and on the exhale, think, let go more. And start to go deeper and deeper within. And you can imagine now that the moon that is shining down overhead is shining down on desert mountains and into a sandstone cave, shining down from the round opening in the cathedral-like ceiling of the cave. The creamy-colored sandstone gives the cave a warm, golden glow. Smooth walls support your back. Soft sand cushions the floor. The temperature is to your liking. The cave radiates with serenity. Breathe it in. Let go even more. The walls twinkle with the sand crystals, reflecting the moonlight. A sense of soothing magic flows gently into your ribcage. A bit more with each easy breath. You are more and more in tune. A bit more with each breath. You are more and more in tune with this heavenly sanctuary, tucked away from the rest of the world. Safely and comfortably settling down deeper within yourself. Breathing in the serenity, every breath takes you deeper, deeper within, deeper inside of yourself, into your center, further removing you from the outside world. Nestled within the earth, you sink even deeper within, deeper into yourself and into this place, more ready to zen out with each breath. More in yourself with each gentle breath, connecting deeper, more intimately with yourself and the earth. A place where you feel you can be more yourself, where it feels safe to open up and be in touch with your innate emotions, So you drop even further within, breathing in the surrounding soothing energy, letting go even more, feeling safe and somehow understood, breathing in the earth through the soles of your feet like a solid foundation of unconditional support, while the moonlight is gently flowing through you. A sensation spreads within the chest like a revelation for the soul, a true medicine for the heart, like intensive care is flowing into every empty space inside of you, filling the gaps and cracks with unlimited understanding and acceptance. Like you're feeling at ease and are given an unspoken permission and unlimited courage to feel what you feel, to let go and let it out, like it is completely safe to open up and spill out your gut feelings without being condemned or judged. Like this is the moment of transformation and liberation you have been waiting for. It is now you want to get to the bottom of what your issue is trying to tell you. You know you are supported and safe, and you can open up. You are willing to heal, and you ask yourself, what was I feeling before I started to distract myself? What was my first natural and healthy emotional response? Answer to yourself when I snap my fingers. I feel so. The more I think about it, the more I feel. And that makes me feel even more. Now I'm going to count from 1 to 10. Every number I count is going to amplify this feeling. You are going to feel it getting even stronger now. Number 1, the feeling is getting even more intense. Number 2, it's washing over you. 3, 4, 5, getting even more intense. And 6 and 7, that's right, you can feel it dwelling up within you. 8, 9, and on number 10, quickly give me one word that best describes that feeling. Good. Now I will count from 5 to 1. When I get to 1, you will be back in time in the past relevant event of your family history that is connected to what is most affecting you today. Trust your first impressions. I'm counting from 5 to 1 now. Number 5, the feeling is getting stronger. 4, it is getting even more intense. It is dwelling up within you. 3, 2, it's washing over you like a dam that is breaking open. And on 1, you are back in that event of your family history that causes that feeling. Be there now. First impressions. Is the scene you find yourself witnessing happening outside or inside? Report to yourself, is it day or night? Trust your impressions. Look around, what is happening? Get a sense of the people involved in the scene, as if you're reporting to someone else. What is their gender? Maybe you want to move closer and get a sense of their clothing and footwear. The period of time. What is their age? As you energetically scan each person, a number comes to your mind, and you trust your first impressions. Take a moment to observe what is going on here, allowing the impressions to unfold. As you look around and you see the scene, you may report it to yourself, as if describing the scene to someone else. See what is happening. Hear what may be heard. You'll only feel as much as you want to feel. You can answer the questions easily. What is the overall energy of the scene? And you trust your first impressions. Is it secretive? Hostile? Tragic? What is the vibe you get? When I count from 1 to 3, you might find that you move into the scene more. You might find that things become more clear. And you may even find that which is relevant about the scene comes to you now, on 1, on 2, getting a better understanding, and on number 3, things become clearer. Staying very conscious, you simply know more of what is happening here and why. And as I count from 1 to 3, you'll trust your deep inner mind to move you forward or backward to better understand the situation. If you need to know the origin, you simply move back. If you want to know the outcome of the scene, you are going to move ahead, trusting your mind to guide you now. 1, 2, and 3, the scene may shift. Take your time as I am silent. Give yourself a report. What's happening now? As you observe what is happening, when I snap my fingers again, you get a sense of that which is relevant about the scene. You are going to know more, and more why you are shown the scene. Yet, you simply get to be the observer, remembering that this past scene is only the bridge to begin a deeper understanding for the underlying family dynamics that are at play and express through you. As you get a deeper sense of what is happening, we will be moving forward now in time, on 1, 2, and 3, moving forward now, moving forward in time, as if getting a bird's eye view now. You're rising to a place of higher wisdom. If you haven't already, you notice a sense of movement while you're looking back and down at your lineage. You may start to sense that you are rising up, up, and higher, and higher, looking down at the earth, and eventually the earth plane drops away, floating, levitating, and you trust your first impressions as you get a sense of what happens next. You may notice light, or many lights. You may find yourself with guides, or a sense of higher guidance, moving you onwards. And you're being taken up to a place of true potentiality, a place where you go between life, a place we call the interlife space, a place where you are able to connect with yourself, your ancestors, and with what is affecting you today more clearly. Take yourself up to that higher realm of unconditional love. You may find yourself with other beings, spiritual guides, or beings of light. Trust your first impressions as you take your time and notice if you find yourself, maybe with your soul group, or maybe a sense of finding yourself being with the council of your ancestors. Or maybe in a library. Trust your impressions, and if you find yourself with others, you receive the communications that are being offered to you. Again, you are taking your time to hear what you are hearing. Maybe you have any questions that you want to ask. At some time, you might notice thoughts of that past scene coming back to you. Maybe you notice higher guidance or guides that want to show you that past scene. You can always take time to look over this event again and take a moment as you look back and get a sense of what was the dynamic of that family event. Take a moment. Now, from and within this place of higher wisdom and divine love, you may ask questions. Trust your first impressions. In what way is the scene I witnessed related to my present issue? Based on this insight of higher awareness, what behaviors of my ancestors are similar to mine, to a lesser or greater degree? Trust what arises. What belief about this past event am I carrying? loving respect and kindness, address those related to the event and ask them to please come forward. May they make themselves known to you so you can recognize them, either by their energy or shape and form. As they start to appear in this higher place of wisdom and peace and make themselves known to you, you may start to recognize them and be able to look at them and be able to look them in the eyes. Or maybe you perceive their souls. The more you perceive them for who they are at soul level, the more you get a sense of what is needed to look at each of them with equal understanding and acceptance, without preference for one over the other. The more understanding and acceptance arises, the more you can see that this event was based on mutual soul agreements that everyone had forgotten in human form, but remembers now. Everyone agreed at soul level to this experience as a choice of growth. Now, from this point of higher understanding, you are able to see that, and you are able to separate each of them from their behaviors. You see that neither is inherently evil, but that they were doing the best they could with the given resources at that time. You can accept that they could have done better, yet what they did was the best they could based on limited resources and circumstances of that time. You come to this higher realization that you are willing to forgive the past, knowing that in human form we are all doing the best we can with our giving resources. Trust your inner guidance, and maybe from this place of compassion and unconditional love, you can now more fully accept the outcome and forgive everyone involved. And you can get a sense of communality, that everyone, as a human being, is doing the best they can. You can understand why your ancestors did what they did. And there is a feeling of love that you have for your ancestors. You can feel that. And you sense a shift between them as you come to this more conscious awareness about them. And maybe you sense the love they all have for you. Now, are you willing to accept what happened? And are you willing to let it go and put it to rest, to make place for more compassion towards yourself and your ancestors? Is there anything you would like to say from this place of compassion toward your ancestors? Say it out loud or in your mind. and sense a response. Now, you may start to sense a shift around you as your awareness shifts. The dynamic around you shifts. Just experience what happens. And you get a sense with your higher guidance of how they may be letting you know about the lessons that need to be learned, or that which needs to be unlearned based on what happened then. Trust your higher wisdom. Trusting that inner guidance to know what is it, what can you let go of in your present life. Look at what conscious choices were you making before incarnating into your present life. What did you wish to experience? Trust your impressions. Good. From and within this higher place of awareness, you develop a vast understanding for the family dynamics. Maybe you become more conscious about how your own thoughts, choices, and emotions reflect past family conflicts or trauma. Maybe you become aware that behind every struggle there is a purpose on a deeper level and a choice to evolve or to remain. It may be that you are having a shift in consciousness, simply seeing that making place for peace with self and others is the ultimate solution for true, lasting healing. And as you gradually surrender and let go of resistance and opposition, you notice a few pleasant changes within you and your family, within you and around you. It may be that your focus shifts to more self-acceptance and self-love within you and around you, bringing gradually more balance and harmony, more focus on the now and here, generating an always greater sense of freedom. And finally, with that deep level of acceptance and knowingness, you will have developed a higher awareness that ultimately every person at soul level has the same desire, for oneness, peace, and love. Now, with this insight and experience in mind, you may choose to slowly come back to the here and now. Before you do, you may want to thank your ancestors for participating in the transgenerational healing. After today, chances are that you enjoy and live more fully and freely. I don't know exactly what will happen. I only know that once you start integrating this new level of awareness, you will be more comfortable than you could have ever imagined, because you are free to live and love in new ways as the dynamic changes and a new awareness in and about the family clicks into place, generating a more solid foundation based on empowerment, love, honesty, and peace for present and future generations. So when you're ready, start to wiggle a finger or toe. Slowly open your eyes, stretch and move, and smile. Feeling better, maybe even better than in a long, long time, about yourself, your life, and everyone in it. Thank you, dear heart, for joining me on the journey of oneness. So much love and gratitude. Until next time.